shadow.
Jackson, what are you talking about?
On the video, it like showed you that you like just the shadow. Well, you just have shadows.
What about shadows?
Like on the camera,
What camera?
that thing. I think that's a camera.
Write down this, ladies and gentlemen. Today we talk slope with using the slope formula. And that's a simple one, ladies and gentlemen. Ready? I'm sure I'll find it. I'll write it down there. The slope formula is, remember we said that we use the letter M for slope? Slope equals, watch this, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Does it look complicated to you?
Yeah.
No, it isn't. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you use when you have two coordinates. For example, let me show you the, if I asked you to find the slope of the line that goes through, let's say it goes through negative 3, 4, and, I don't know, 5, 6. Now before we use the slope formula, children, let me just tell you what you're doing, because most of you have no idea. If you had the graph of these 2 points, negative 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, does that look right? And 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. And you had this line. I am asking you to find the slope of that line. But the beauty of this is you don't have to draw the line to find it. You can just use the slope formula. Let's see what the answer should be. Should we see what the answer should be before we do it? Just to see that it works right?
Yeah.
Who said yeah?
Jackson.
Thank you, Jackson, for pretending like you care. Which would mean that I would do this. I would draw my triangle from here and from here. How high is my triangle? Looks like it's 2, doesn't it? How wide is my triangle? Looks like 8, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my slope would be 2 or greater than 1/4. That's what I should come up with. Let's see if it works. So here's what the formula looks like. And here's what you must remember, children. I have these 4 points which stand for these 4 different letters up there. Remember, the first number in a coordinate is always the x number, and the second number is always the y number. How do I know, and these little, yeah, God bless you, and these little subscripts just mean they're different ones. How do I know which one is x sub 1 and which one is x sub 2? Lauren? It doesn't matter. I can pick either one to be either one as long as I pick both letters in that pair to be that sub number. In other words, I can make this sub 1 as long as I make the one next to it the y sub 1, and this x sub 2, and the other one y sub 2. But I can't make this x1 and that y2. These both have to be 1s, those both have to be 2s, it doesn't matter what you do. It's your own personal preference. And then, as always, as I've taught you since you've been knee-high to a grasshopper, anytime you're substituting these things in, it is just to your benefit to use parentheses. In other words, y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, because you will get messed up with the negatives if you start trying to do too much too fast. So, y sub 2, I made this one, which is 6. Y sub 1 is this one, which is 4. X sub 2, which is this one, which is 5. and x sub 1, which is this one, which is a negative 3. Everybody with me so far? 6 minus 4 is 2, and 5 minus a negative 3, 2 negatives make that plus 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. So there's your 2 8s, which reduces down to 1 4. How about that? Wasn't that not what we got over here? Wait, there's a question.
Yeah.
Who has a question? Without even looking, say your name and your grade, please.
Sophia.
Grade?
8.
Okay, yes, Sophia, thank you.
Um,
Let's be formal about this. This, by the way, is just the first problem, so maybe your question will be answered when we do another example.
how did you get 6?
How did I get 6 where? Here?
And the
This
no,
is Y2,
the
Y2,
green,
6.
green.
Green, 6. I don't see a 6.
On top.
Here?
Yeah.
Because this was my Y2. I started with my Y2 is 6.
Did take 1.
See this? My Y2 is 6, and my formula Y2 is 6. See, this was my Y2 minus Y1, X2 minus X1.
Oh, okay. So
Joe, are you sleeping on me?
yeah.
Connor Morgan.
Can you only go with 2? Like I can go with 2 different subs?
If you were given multiple points, you could just pick 2 and do it with it.
But what about 1? Or are you not even?
No, because you can't have a slope of just a point. You have to know something that's going through a point. Wow, you people actually seem intrigued. I'm just kind of, that's my new Bedford about it. Let me give you another one, ready? Aaron? Because it does get a little harder, but not much. Negative 2, 7, and 2, negative 9. Negative 2, 7, and what did I say the other one? 2, negative 9? And 2, negative 9. Do you feel confident that you want me to do it again? You got it.
I think we got it.
So you got it. Formula.
Way to speak for the benefit of the class.
Y2 minus Y1, I'll do it again. X2 minus X1. Please make sure you put the Y's on top because you get reverse slope. If not, I would strongly suggest that, again, you write the points down, write the formula down, and then label your points, and I don't care which way you do it. Just for consistency, I probably would just say this is X1 and Y1. It doesn't matter. Wow. X sub 1, Y sub 1, X sub 2, Y sub 2. It's your call, however you want to label them. Shebang, 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 shebang. This is nothing more than subtraction, by the way. Liv, you think you got that? So Y sub 2 is Y sub 2, negative 9. Minus Y sub 1, which is 7. X sub 2, X sub 2 is 2.
Wait, we
Minus
don't have to
X sub
draw.
1, X sub 1, X sub 1. Wait, I don't have to do what?
We don't have to draw the graph.
No, heavens no, that's why you're doing this. I just wanted to show you that it worked.
Can you draw the graph?
Sure. Feel free, but you have to do the formula, so. Negative 9 minus 16, or minus 7 is negative 16, correct?
Yes.
2 minus a negative 2 is actually 2 plus 2, which is 4. And negative 16 over 4 is negative 4. Please make sure you reduce and simplify. Could you leave it as negative 4 over 1? No. Let's not. Just because. Wow, that almost leads us to the. I don't have enough time. One more. Ready?
Yes.
This one I will let you do.
Wait a minute.
It's okay, I saw it.
3, negative 6, 3, 4. Where'd you go? 3, negative 6, 3, 4. See what you get for slope. I don't think we might have to continue this after Spanish because there's only 2 minutes left. I'm interested to see what you come up with here. This is where you make mistakes if you are rushing and are careless, which is about 75% of you. prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Slow and steady wins the proverbial race. Prove me wrong, please. Connor, are you done already?
Yes.
Did you write down the formula or no? I'm just asking.
I looked back on it.
Okay. Just asking. Did you put parentheses? Just asking. We might have enough time to fit this in. So, Connor Morgan, what'd you get?
0.
0. Everybody else get 0? Oh, we got some zeros.
Oh, I probably got one.
John, did you get something else?
I got 1 up for negative.
Oh boy. Somehow I think we've got some issues here. Alright, so what was it? Y2, Y1, X2, X1. Quickly now. So what? X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Oh, so it's 4 minus a negative 6 over 3 minus 3. So 4 minus a negative 6 is 10. 3 minus 3 is 0, children. Now for those of you that said it was 0, unfortunately you're wrong. You can never get a 0 on the bottom of a fraction, so the actual slope of this one is undefined. No,
What?
undefined.
I read right.
Why wouldn't it be 10 if it's over 0?
You had 0 or
Or
undefined.
Oh, so it's out of nothing.
Go ahead, say it again. You, Madison, may want to rely on your eyesight to get you through the rest of your life.